Hello everybody, Raven Knight here. It has been a while since I released a video, and that's because I took a bit of a week-long break, and now I am back. And since I'm back, I figure I'll go ahead and tell you what the plan is for the rest of the month. Before we do, just, as a little reminder, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Subscriptions really help out. Please leave a comment down below in the video telling me what you think about the video you're watching and about the channel as a whole. I always read the comments, and I try to respond where I can. Sometimes it's just not worth responding, but I still always read them. Make no mistake about that. And please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much, and on with the rest of the good stuff. So first of all, I'm back for my week off, and let me just tell you, I thought it would be more relaxing, but in all honesty, I'm just exhausted. And I thought about why, and there are two reasons. First of all, I am fully back at work now, like week-long scheduling, and they have me working night shifts and double shifts a lot. Not a lot of morning shifts where I come in the morning, work, and then take the night off. No, I usually have the mornings off, which stresses me out because I'm prepping myself for the evening shift where I usually don't walk out the door till about 10:30 or so, which is exhausting. It's a very difficult job situation. And I'm not training as a manager yet here like I wanted. I am serving tables, waiting tables again. And that's because this is a new restaurant and they want to make sure I understand the restaurant better. So I'm having to work a little harder to earn the knowledge and respect and all that stuff that goes into being a manager in training. It shouldn't take too long, but for now it is waiting tables and serving, which is exhausting work. So bear with me. Right now I'm pretty tired because I had a double yesterday and it kicked my butt, and I'm working again tonight. Speaking of which, I got my schedule for next week. I don't have a solid weekly schedule as of yet. They're still trying to figure out what they want my schedule to be, but I do know what my schedule is next week, and I only have 2 days that I will have off in order to do a For Honor stream. I asked on Discord which night would be best, and the winning vote so far is Thursday. So go ahead and plan on me doing my For Honor live stream Thursday night. It'll be a little later in the night, but I'm going to plan to do it Thursday night, okay? Awesome, that is the plan. Now on to other things that are coming out this month. I'm going to be doing at least 2 more Dead by Daylight analysis videos this month. Next is going to be Claudette, the Survivor, and then I will try to do a Hillbilly video. I should warn you though, Hillbilly's not one of my better killers, so be prepared for me to look pretty bad playing him. But I will try. Make no mistake, I will try. But I'll try to have both of those videos out before October's end. Also, For Honor and Glory, the big story everybody's been wanting me to get back to, and the one that I said was on hiatus, it's in the drafting phase now. I'm almost done. Once I finish the drafting phase, I'll start finalizing the script, and then I will begin recording. So, almost done with that. Hopefully it'll be out before the end of the month. That is my hope. I don't know yet. We will see. Speaking of stories, a lot of y'all have been asking about For Honor High. It was kind of a joke that we made in one of my For Honor streams where we were talking about what if there was a sitcom style or anime slice of life series where the For Honor characters were all in a high school instead of on a battlefield. And we kind of poked fun and laughed about who they would be, what kind of stereotypes would they be, what their characters would be. But now a lot of people are asking if I'm going to actually write it. And I'm going, okay, I need to think about this a bit more. But yeah, I don't mind writing something like that. But it's just going to be very different because that's a lot of characters to balance. And if any of you have ever read my story Monster Club, you know that balancing characters can be very tricky. So I'll do my best. I promise I will do my best. But just bear with me. And before you ask who the main character will be, it will likely be either Warden or Nobushi. Or what I may do is have 4 main characters being Warden, Raider, Kensei, and Tiandi, the 4 original Vanguards, and have them be 4 individual main characters with their own stories that go on. Kind of like almost a Persona 5 kind of thing. But we'll see. I don't know yet. Now, on to some other videos that are coming out. Not For Honor related necessarily, not DBD related. So, a lot of people really liked my demons video where I talked about the different demons in the Knight, Viking, and Samurai factions, like what their demons were like. And I thought about it, and I thought, well, let's go a step further. Let's talk about something else that those factions have in common. Vampires. For those who don't know, vampires are some of my favorite horror monsters because I grew up reading the story Dracula and loved it, and I really think vampires are really cool monsters to talk about. So I thought about, what if we talked about the vampires of the 4 factions? You know, you've got your typical vampires or Nosferatu of the Knights, the Draugr of the Vikings, Hino Inma of the Samurai, and Jiangshi of the Wulin. So plan on me making a possible video for that. I want to do that before October's over, so we'll see what we can do. But that could be a fun one to work on. Also, bad news, I'm out of response video material. Just not as much as jumping out, because it's weird. I used to like looking up stuff to respond to, but frankly, a lot of people criticize saying, why are you responding to something this old or this outdated or this irrelevant? You're just doing it for clout. It's stupid. And I'm like, okay, well then I'll try to find stuff more modern and more relevant. But there's not really much to talk about. So, hey, if y'all have anything out there that you'd like me to do a response video to, send it my way. I'll see if it's worth responding to. I'll at least do my best. I mean, I don't want to just keep relying on Darman videos, you know, even though they are pretty easy. They're also low-hanging fruit. I don't want to keep relying on that. But a lot of you say that you like my response videos. I'm glad that you do. Just give me some material, and I'll get to work on it. Next up, Heroes in History, Sanhu. That is the next Heroes in History that's coming. Sanhu won the polling, so we will work on Sanhu next. I don't know if I'll get that done before October's over. I just don't know. I've got a lot of October videos I really want to do. We haven't even gotten to the For Honor Halloween event, which I need to do some content on. So I don't know when Sanhu will be done. It might be November before I get that one done. But know that I've got that planned, and I'm really excited to do it because I already know who Sanhu's based on. I'm really excited to talk about it, so this is going to be great. All right, but speaking of Halloween events, even though For Honor might not have started theirs, Rainbow Six Siege started theirs, which is Doctor's Curse, which is basically last year's event, which isn't a problem. You know, recycling old game modes and ideas is fine. They just added new cosmetics. I'm not a big Rainbow Six Siege content creator, but I will pass my thoughts on it. So my thoughts on Doctor's Curse as a game mode, and if you don't know, the whole game mode is basically you have attackers and you have defenders, and the attackers' job is all of them have sledgehammers and they're rushing into a map to hit all of the defenders with hammers and kill them, and it's a one-shot kill. And they have Jackal's ability to see footprints. Some of them will have Lion's ability to scan for drones, some of that kind of thing. And the defenders will be monsters who are trap specialists who are able to set traps to try to kill the attackers or try to wear the clock out. What do I think about Doctor's Curse? It's not my thing. I really am not a big fan of it, but to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of Rainbow Six Siege in general. It's not my kind of game, and I should probably do just a whole video about why Rainbow Six Siege is not a fun game to me, and why I only play it because I have friends who play it, and I like to hang out with my friends. So, I don't know. It's just not my thing. If you like Rainbow Six Siege, you'll definitely like some of the cosmetics. A couple of them look really cool, but for me, it's not my game. I'm not a big fan of it, and Doctor's Curse itself, not much of a game mode for me. I'm not into it. But then again, the game modes in Rainbow Six Siege are just... I'm trying to think of the best way to say it without coming off harsh, but I think what it comes down to is this. When people tell me that For Honor is just as toxic as Rainbow Six Siege, my usual response is, even if it is, which I doubt, but even if it is just as toxic as Rainbow Six Siege, the toxicity in For Honor does not impact my ability to enjoy playing the game. And what I mean by that is this. Let's say that I'm playing For Honor, and I'm playing with some really toxic teammates. The worst thing they can do to me is either abandon me in the middle of a gank or shoot me with a ballista to team kill me. And that sucks. But they can't team kill me really any other way without trying really, really hard. And if they abandon me in the gank, okay, that's fine. I'll just respawn later and avoid that ganking area. You know, it's not that big of a deal. It doesn't ruin the game for me because in about 15 to 16 seconds, I'll be back in the fight anyway, ready to go. In Rainbow Six Siege, it works on a round system. And if you get killed in the round, you are done until next round. and it's best out of 3. So literally, if you have a toxic group with you and they decide to team kill you at the beginning of the round, go ahead and put down your remote and go find yourself a drink or something, because you're not going to be able to do anything. A toxic team can ruin Rainbow Six Siege for you, because they will just kill you at the start of each round, and thus it's not fun. You don't enjoy it. And I once brought this up to the developers by sending them an actual message saying that that's what happened to me. One guy team killed me. Next round, another guy team killed me. And then after that, a third guy team killed me. It wasn't any fun. So I said, why is this allowed to happen? And their only response was, well, then leave the match. And my thought is, why should I leave the match and wait in a waiting room for another match when it shouldn't be this way in the first place? I'm not saying remove team killing necessarily. I'm saying when people say that For Honor is just as toxic, like I said, maybe it is, but at least each game isn't ruined by toxicity like Rainbow Six Siege can be ruined by toxicity. Doctor's Curse doesn't have the same problems because it's hard, because the monsters can't team kill each other and that kind of thing. At least I don't think they can. But more to the point, it's just a game that leaves a sour taste in my mouth now. I don't enjoy it like I used to. So, sorry, went on a bit of a tangent there. I don't know where that came from. Maybe I'm just tired and ranting. You got a rant out of this update video. Who would have thought? All right, so last order of business. I realized last week when I did my update video, I didn't do a story sharing. So, let's do one this time. Story sharing time. Today's story that I want to share with you guys is a very old one. It's actually the second story I ever started writing for online reading. It is a story called Night Angel. And the story about Night Angel is, the story follows a girl named Rebecca Anderson. Rebecca is a monster hunter. Like, legitimately. Think Supernatural, the TV show. She goes out and she kills monsters. And she's very, very good at it. Her father is always worried about her going out and doing this because he doesn't want her to get hurt. But she enjoys it. It's something that she's very good at. And she's always had kind of a knack for going out at night and just killing zombies or werewolves or monsters or what have you. Well, something weird is going on in the monster world. The monsters are acting up. The vampires are getting organized and freaking out. And one of the vampires that she kills calls her Night Angel. And she doesn't know why. So she tells her dad about this. And the minute she does, he freaks out. Because apparently that's a big deal and she has no idea what it is. Well, the next day, after hearing this news, suddenly things go crazy. Her father goes missing. Monsters start attacking her home. She has to evacuate and run away. She runs into a friendly vampire who knows her father, who's trying to take her to someone who might be able to explain what's going on. They go on a little road trip together, but then they run into apparently a pagan god who has been unleashed, who wants to kill her, but is having too much fun. Wild insanity ensues, and then she finally meets another individual who says that he too is a night angel, and he explains what a night angel is. I'm not going to ruin it here. You got to read the story to find out what a night angel is and what that means about her and what that means for the story. But it was a very fun story to work on. It's actually almost done. It's only got 2 more chapters to go, and then I'm officially finished with that story. My friend Hannah even drew a short little comic showing the opening chapter, which should be rolling across the screen right now. But it was a lot of fun to do. I like this story. I like Rebecca as a character. It's one that I really enjoy working on. I'll try to leave the link in the description if anyone's interested in reading it. Like I said, it's one of my earlier stories, so it's not written super well, and it's got a few holes in it. So before I ever publish it, I'm going to go back and re-edit a few things. But that's just part of the writing process. Anyway, guys, this was a long update video, but thank you for sticking through it all the way to this point. Again, please subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. And I will see you in my next video. Take care.